You think you bringing a girl to the bedroom is going to make him love you more and still not cheat on you with the same girl you brought to the bedroom? Ho! The Next Door Podcast. Welcome back to the Next Door Podcast. I am Bestie Next Door, and I'm like your bestie next door. If you like your tea to be extra, extra sweet, then this place is not for you. Because we like our tea to be sweet and bitter. Sweet enough that it goes down, bitter enough to wake us up. Guys, no one told me that on my last video, I was saying swamping instead of swapping. Yeah, I thought we were besties. You're supposed to tell me bestie. You're saying swamping. You're not saying swapping. I meant to say swapping, but I kept saying swamping. I was like swamping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why was I saying? And when I was listening to the replay, even when I had made a recent video on TikTok, I was like, why the hell do I keep saying swamping instead of swapping? And then another thing that someone pointed out to me, I always say standard instead of standard. Instead of standard, I always say standard. But, you know, you guys love me the way I am, and that's why I love y'all, because y'all don't care. Y'all like, we don't care, bestie. We didn't care about you saying swamping. We understood the message, and I love that for y'all, because y'all was actually paying attention to the message and not the little errors. We're almost close to summer. I hope you guys are getting your body goals. I hope you guys are making sure you put down the cheeseburgers, the pizza, the Chipotle, and you're eating your salad. You're in the gym. You are counting your calories, because look, summertime, what we wearing? What we wearing? Yeah. What you see? Yeah. That's exactly what I'm wearing all summer. Nothing. Hello. All right. So guys, on today's episode, we are talking about reprogramming your subconscious mind and releasing unfulfilling men and becoming that woman. I want to let you guys know before we get into today's episode, I do want to let you guys know, because some of you guys have been DMing me on Instagram asking me about one-on-one calls. My calendar is linked in all my social media networks bio. Link in my bio, you'll find 30 minutes and an hour, and also the Wealth Club is also available as well. When you join the Wealth Club, you will get a free 15-minute assessment call. So now, let's get into today's topic. Reprogramming your subconscious mind, releasing unfulfilling men, and becoming that woman. Now, if you're stuck in cycles with men, lack or confusion, it's not just your habits, it's your subconscious mind. Let's talk about how to rewire your mind, release what's no longer serving you, and finally stepping into your highest version. I know some of you will be like, Bestie, but how did you do it? You know, you're talking about it. You have so much confidence when you are saying these things. How do you get to this reality, and how did you get to this level of confidence? You know, first of all, when it comes to letting go of unfulfilling men, and I want to first of all talk about men before we transition into becoming that woman, because it all starts with your relationships, right? You have to identify where you are right now and where you're trying to be. And when you can have a clear vision of who you are now and where you're trying to be and the type of relationships your future self have, you'll be able to start assessing the relationships you are in right now. And the hardest part for most women, and it was hard for me, is realizing the man that you're dating is not what you envision. And when you wake up from that dream of what it could be and how you hope he should be, or you try to, build him to that, you'll now start to have a level of clarity and realize that because you're staying with this guy, that's the reason why you're not achieving the level of success or getting the man that you deserve. Sorry guys, we have a little bit of noise, so I hope you guys can hear me. Is the noise distracting? Can you guys hear me? It's distracting my ears. But yeah, so you have to be okay with letting men that don't serve you. You have to be okay with letting them go. This is not serving my $1 million version of myself. I am now able to have a level of clarity, and you guys got to start behaving like the woman you want to be. And the problem with majority of you is you are waiting for your circumstances to change for you to want to show up like her, and you can't. It's not going to work, because realistically, when we really think about it, relationships, money, whatever it is you're trying to manifest, or whoever it is you're trying to become, you're chasing the feeling. So you have to first of all put yourself in that feeling now for reality to catch up. And if you think about anything in your life currently that you have, how you manifested it was the same thing I'm talking about. You being happy, you being optimistic, you having faith, you having hope, you being confident. All these things matter. So don't allow your old self to trick you out your spot. Let me say that again. Do not allow your old self to trick you out your spot. Because remember what I told you guys in my previous videos. Your old entity wants to exist because you've been giving it life for years. Let's clock it. You've been giving it life for years. So no matter, because you're trying to move into this new version of yourself, the one that you see, the $1 million you, the 6-figure you, the one that are dating men that are fulfilling, your old version is going to pull you back by making you believe, by tricking you and making you think it's your intuition when it's not. Your old self will push the fear of doubt, the spirit of doubt, the spirit of fear, the spirit of anxiety to keep you in the same place. It will trick you out your spot by making you believe that all this internal work you're doing is not working, but it is. Because before things get good, it needs to be a storm. It needs to be a storm first. And when you are in that storm season in your life, don't trick yourself out of your spot by believing nothing is working. It's working. Remember, you make mental covenants and verbal covenants every single day. So you have to be mindful of what you think. And sometimes when you have that limiting belief of, oh, damn, it's not working, or you know what, now I'm going to just stay with him. At least I have a man, or, you know, I'm going to just deal with it, you know, because that's why I'm going to just deal with it right now. Or, you know, it's all right. I don't even want the money anymore. Remember, you are making mental covenants. You are signing contracts mentally every single day. So you have to be very mindful of what you think and what you say. And anytime you have a limiting belief, and I'm telling you guys what I do as to how I wake up every morning, how I have this internal glow. Anytime you have a limiting belief that your old self is trying to push on you, you have to take yourself out and say, that's not me. Because my 6-figure self, the new version of myself, she don't even think like that. And when you can start identifying the two, then you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind. Are we clear? We're in segment 1. What is the subconscious mind and the energetic blockage? Why you're not receiving what you want because of the programs you've kept in your subconscious mind. Until you reprogram your subconscious mind, you will find yourself in the same cycles, different colors. Until you reprogram your subconscious mind, you will find yourself in the same cycles, different colors. Repeated patterns in love, money, and self-worth are all rooted in unconscious beliefs. So an example for love would be like you feeling like in order for you to love, you have to prove yourself. If I make more money, men won't feel needed. I'll attract brokies. I need a rich man in order to be rich. I'm only valuable if I'm chosen. I need to wait for a man to build with. And these are all limiting beliefs that we program our subconscious mind to believe. Like, you know how all these girls online be like, oh, if you want to get rich, you have to go to this area and find you a rich man. It's all subconscious mind programming, because realistically, you don't need a rich man in order for you to be rich, because even if you date a rich man, his riches does not somehow translate into your bank account. So you don't need a rich man to be rich. If you make more money, men are not going to feel needed. That's not true. Love does not mean you have to prove who you are. Like, all these things are how we subconsciously program our mind. Make the choice to reprogram your subconscious mind in order to have your desired reality. Sorry guys, this sound outside is really bothering my head. It's really frustrating my head, and I'm really trying to talk through it, but it's messing with my thoughts. I don't know if you guys can hear it through the mic, but it's really messing with my thoughts. Guys, I don't know when they're gonna stop, but it's really irritating me, and I almost want to yell at them. But be patient with me, guys. Be patient. You can't manifest peace if your nervous system is in survival. If you are in survival, it's going to be very difficult for you to manifest peace. That's the reason why a lot of you like, I just want peace. I just want peace. But you're in survival. You can't attract overflow if you're holding on to crumbs, whether it's a man, mindset, or old identity. Someone asked how to calm down our nervous system to reset and digest. Make the choice. Babes, make the choice. I know, like, you're like, all right, well, I made the choice, but it's not working. You have to subconsciously and consciously make the choice. And that's what happened to me. I said, you know what? I am done playing small. I am done accepting breadcrumbs and thinking it's the whole cake when I know that there's more cake. I am done with the limiting belief of, oh, the devil you know is better than the angels you don't. I'm so done with that. And when you make that decision, You make that decision. Cause I can tell you to meditate, but you're like, all right, bitch, I meditated 2 minutes ago. This shit didn't work. Make the decision. And once you make the decision, then you have to sit down with yourself and start analyzing all your beliefs, all your experiences, and why did you put yourself in those situations? What made you feel like you had to be in the situations that you were in? I also use sound too. I sound bath a lot, and it does help. But when you first start, it's about making a decision, because meditation is not going to work if you don't put your mind to it. Let's clock it. I could tell you to meditate all day, but if you don't make the decision that, I want to meditate, I want to wind down, meditation will not work. But what I'm telling you now is more so about self-reflection, because realistically, all of us, we spend so much time going every day. Like, we're always moving, whether it be get ready for work, get the kids ready if you have kids, or get the dog ready, walk the dog, go grocery shopping, go to the gym. We never sit still. And if you are really trying to reprogram your subconscious mind and embody your new identity, the first thing you need to do, babes, is sit down and think about the men you're dating, your friendships, your family. All these things are so important, because I had to do that as well. Because sometimes, you'll be talking to your mom or sister or brother, cousin or whatever, and then you won't realize that they are also projecting their limiting beliefs on you. And without you realizing, you embody it. Because most times when you become more aware, as you becoming more aware, listening to Bestie Next Door, now Bestie Next Door is waking it up for you. You want them to get to the same level of awareness that you are on, because you want to fit in. But it's very okay that they're not at that level of awareness, and you have to be okay with letting them go. And when I say let them go, I don't mean, don't answer their call no more, or you're not talking to them, or you like, now you the devil. It's not that. It's more so about, I understand where you are mentally, and I know you can't think higher than that, because that's the cap that you're on, and I'm not on that cap. And even when they say things, you don't even have to be like, don't say that, that's devilish. You have the mental note that, okay, they're saying that because that's where they're at in life, and I understand that. You can't change people who won't change themselves. So once you get to that level of understanding, you'll stop being mad at people who are not living up to their full potential, because you have to understand that everybody that's in your life, they all have a mental cap. So you trying to give them information or advise them when they're not ready, they're not going to receive it. Why would you waste your energy? That's a waste of energy when you could put that energy somewhere else. Remember, the more upset you get at somebody who's not living their full potential, energy and motion, because energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. So now that you're mad at that man for not living up to his full potential, it's going to reflect in some aspect of your life, because energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. Am I saying something, or am I saying something? So the people that you're around, your old identity wanted to fit in with them, and you have to be okay with no longer fitting in with them and no longer having those conversations that don't feed your new identity. And I think that's the hard pill to swallow when you're so comfortable with the people around you. It's even friends. This is not only about men. I don't want to make it seem like it's only about men and you got to keep toxic friends. It's also about friends too. Sometimes you have to distance yourself from certain friends who don't align with your new identity, and it's very okay. And even if they start having certain conversations with you that your old identity will have, you have to make sure you don't energetically accept it. Okay? The universe mirrors energy, not words. So if you're begging in one area, love, money, attention, it slows everything down. The universe mirrors energy, not words. You can say all day, I'm rich. But if you're not energetically rich, the universe is going to mirror your energy of you not feeling like you're rich. So if you're begging in one area, love, money, attention, it slows everything down. Someone said, can you repeat the old version fitting in? Let's go back. Our old identity, we have been growing that identity for years. For years, months, we've been growing it for a long time. So now that you're trying to enter your new identity, you're going to find a little bit of resistance. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's not going to be as easy. You're going to find a lot of resistance. A lot of the thoughts that you may have are your old self projecting it onto you, all because your old identity still wants to exist. because it still wants to exist, it's going to make sure it triggers certain emotions, because emotions is energy in motion. So if it can trigger those old emotions of fear, doubt, frustration, you will still live in that old identity. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? You will still live in that old identity if you handle situations the way your old identity will handle situations. So although the people around you, they may fit your old identity, now that you're on a path to your new identity, you may find it hard for them to understand where you are at mentally, and that's okay. Stop trying to make people fit into your new life. They're not meant to fit. It's okay. Do not get mad at them for not understanding who you are today. And I think that's the problem with a lot of us. We have that resistance of, why are you still talking about negativity? Or why are you still in that toxic stuff? Why are you still watching reality shows? You got to understand that every single person have their own mental cap. And you got to be okay with that. Exactly. Everyone has their seasons. And sometimes when you're trying to deliver a message to someone, if they're not ready to receive it, they're not going to hear it. No matter how, think about it. If you talk to your friend that you know she's in a shitty relationship and you're telling her like, girl, leave that man, she gonna look at you like, she a op, like she just hating on me because I have a man. She gonna think you're hating on her because she's not ready to receive the truth. Facts. So when you are begging in one area, whether it be love, money, attention, it slows everything down. Just think about it like this. When you are in a relationship with a man and you're begging him to do all the things needful for you to feel love, it slows your money because you are giving it attention. So because you're giving that man attention, like, oh, you're begging him for the bare minimum. Now everything in your life slows up. Now think about the fulfilling relationships where the man is treating you right, you're happy, and your money's flowing because you're not begging in one area. Everything is flowing. Relationships, you're manifesting love, but you still entertain men you have to beg for basics. That's an example. You're trying to manifest being a wife or manifest love, but there you are, entertaining men you have to beg for basics. Another example, money. You want financial freedom, but you still think your worth is tied to being overworked. A lot of you think that in order for you to be financially free, you need to overwork yourself, when that's not true. You don't need 6 jobs to be financially free. Let's really talk about it. You can have 6 jobs today and still be broke. Am I lying? One's in the chat. Because it's like you're making so much money and you're working so hard, but yet the money keeps leaving your hand. Because some girls feel like, oh, I need to get another job. 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 And then you still feel broke. You still feel broke. You need to understand that if you want financial freedom, it's not about working harder. It's about investing in yourself and strategies. You need to really do the internal work, like all the limiting beliefs. Because all these limiting beliefs that we now adapt around money came from family. What did your parents tell you about money? I had to go real deep. By the way, guys, some of you are new to me. I'm Nigerian descent. I am a born American Nigerian descent. And if any of you are Caribbean or African, you know this is true. They tell us what? Be a nurse, doctor, lawyer. They don't want to hear nothing. And mind you, they'll act like they don't have no money, but then they have money for nursing school. They have money for doctor school. They have money for law school, right? So I was taught as a child that in order for you to be rich or to have money, you need to be in healthcare. You need to be a nurse. You need to be a doctor. You need to be a lawyer. I was taught that in order for you to make money, you have to work hard. If you don't work hard, you're not going to make money. You know the baby boomers, that's what they taught us. Oh, work hard. If you don't work hard, you're not going to make, even we're millennials. They told us that in order for us to make 6-7 figures, we need to get a college degree. How many of you guys who have college degrees, what are you doing with it? Let me know. Some people are using it, which is good, but they're still not making as much as someone who have mastered the strategies of wealth. So crazy because they made us believe that a college degree was going to bring us 6-7 figures. Now we're at 6-7 figures in debt. Biden told us he was going to remove all the student debt. What's going on, Biden? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for it to say cleared. I'm waiting for the checks to clear. So you have to, first of all, when it comes to money, if you want financial freedom, you have to, first of all, remove your limiting beliefs around money. You have to, first of all, identify, and I know this is going to be very hard, but you got to sit down and think about what were you told about money? Because realistically, money is a currency and currency is energy. It's very simple. If you want to make more money, you have to be more money. That's it. And when you value yourself and you learn skills and strategies, you will become financially free. Okay? And by the way, if you're a woman who doesn't know where to start her journey to financial freedom outside of men and you want to become more self-aware, join the Wealth Club. The Wealth Club is for you. You'll also get a 15-minute assessment call with me on your direction. Self-worth. You want confidence, but you haven't removed the voices that make you question yourself. And I really love using this example of a woman who was 300 pounds and she lost a lot of weight and, she sees herself in the mirror and still feel big. I love using that example because there's a lot of women that may have been big before and now they're skinny, but mentally they still feel big. So because they mentally still feel big, body dysmorphia creeps in. Now they feel like they need to lose extra weight. Oh, I need to lose more weight and then they end up with all this eating disorders and things like that. So if you want to be more confident, you need to start removing the voices in your head that make you question yourself. In order to achieve your desires, you have to start with within. If you can't conquer the battle within, then you can't conquer anything. Now we're getting to segment 2. Are you guys ready for segment 2? Releasing unfulfilling men from the subconscious rule. Identity disconnection. You can't attract what you don't believe you are. Oh, bestie. Bestie has been telling you guys for the longest time. Universal law. The universe always wants to prove you are right. The universe always wants to prove you are what? Type it. If you're listening to this replay, say it right. I love using this example because this example proves exactly what I'm saying. Think about the time when you'll go outside and you look like crap. You look homeless. You're like, I know I'm going to see somebody. And you see someone because you are confident that you will see someone. And you're like, I just knew it. Even as simple as when you're dating a guy and you're like, I know he's cheating on me. You're like, I know. And you're confident. You're like, I know he's cheating on me. And the universe somehow proves it to you that he is. And you're like, you see, God is revealing. You see, universal law. The universe always wants to prove you are right. You cannot break this law. You cannot change the law. This is what the law is. So now that you are aware of that, you need to start acting like you know what you are, because you can't attract what you don't believe you are. So now, if you're like, you know what? I want to be confident. You got to start embodying confidence. And anytime because it's so tricky, because you'll believe that your intuition or your subconscious mind or the voice in your head is actually helping you. But that's your old identity fighting with your new identity. If you now make the decision today and say, I want to be a confident woman, there's going to be a voice in your head that's going to tell you, girl, you look ugly as hell. Girl, you better put on that sweater. Girl, yes, look at your fupa. Girl, look at this. You, the master of the ship, the captain of the ship, you have to be in charge of your mind and realize that, girl, my new identity, I'm confident. I'm beautiful. No, I look good. You have to have that level of delusional. And it's not even delulu. It's more so of controlling internal, because if you can't even control who you are internally, how can you control external? Because think of it like this. When you start believing your lies, right? Because the universe wants to prove you're right. Like now you're like, okay, you may be a little bit overweight. I'm a baddie. I'm a cute, I'm fine, right? You may not be that now, but because you have subconsciously reprogrammed your mind to think that way, you're going to start seeing your reality shift. How, bestie? The choices you make with food. Oh, because we forgot that eating is a food. Some of us don't be hungry. We just feel like eating. We just think about food. Like, yeah, yum, 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 yum. I just want to eat. Because you have reprogrammed your subconscious mind to say, I'm a confident woman. I look good. I got a figure 8. And you really believe that. You believe that identity. Subconsciously, your reality, you're going to start living that way because now you believe you are a figure eight. You believe you are a baddie. So you're going to start living like her. A baddie doesn't eat Chipotle at 10 p.m. A baddie doesn't eat burger for breakfast. A baddie is not going to be eating leftovers in the morning. What is she going to be doing? Having a smoothie. You're going to be like, oh, I feel like having a smoothie today. I feel like having this today. You know what? I feel like having a salad. I don't want Chipotle. You'll start subconsciously making choices of the better version of yourself. So that's why it's so important for you to believe what you are, because why? The universe always wants to prove you are right. The universe always wants to prove you are right. Every decision you make today alters tomorrow, next week, and next month. A lot of you don't realize that. Every decision you make. So if you want to be better, you have to make the choice now. Because if you don't make the choice now, reality will make the choice for you. If you can't control reality, reality will control you. What do I mean? Reality will put situations, trigger you, make you energetically off, because you can't control it. So since you can't control it, reality is going to control you. You're going to start seeing random bills. You're going to attract toxic men, losing money. You're not making enough money. If you can't control reality, reality will control you. So you have to master the game. These laws have been in place since you've been in your dad's nutsack. Yeah. Since we've been in our dad's nutsack, and when our dad was in his dad's nutsack, this law has been in place. We can't change it. We can't change it. You want luxury, but you still feel guilty for buying yourself flowers. Let's clock it. You want luxury, but you still feel guilty for buying yourself flowers. Some of you be like, oh, I want a luxury lifestyle, but you feel guilty for buying yourself nice stuff. Yeah. You feel guilty for buying yourself nice stuff, but yet you want a luxury lifestyle. Some of you won't even spend $1,000 on yourself, but then you're like, oh, why can't I get a man to spend $1,000 on me? Not knowing, because you are using your tongue and mind to say that, you're also making a mental covenant. But if you want luxury, you got to stop feeling guilty when you spend money. Because, guys, to be honest with you, it don't matter how much money you save. Money is meant to be spent. Let's call a spade a spade. And I'm not saying you should blow money fast and go outside and go buy a Lamborghini or go outside and go buy a Rolex. But what I'm trying to say is money is meant to circulate. The physical value of money means absolutely nothing. You can save $1 million and put it in a closet. Oh, is it going to turn into gold? It's not. So you guys got to understand that you need to be exactly what you want. If you want luxury, you can't be guilty. You shouldn't feel guilty when you take yourself out to the spa or when you do your nails or when you do these things. Stop allowing society to control you. You guys allow reality to control you with bills and bitch, look, let me tell you something. Think, when have your bills not been paid? If you want to work, you could worry today, tomorrow, the next day. When have your bills not been paid? A lot of you just put anxiety on yourself for no reason. Yeah. If you're trying to get to a new reality or a new level of life and you see certain things that's going to help you get there, don't feel guilty for buying it. Don't feel guilty for investing in yourself. Don't feel guilty for that. Don't be like, oh, damn, but my bills. Stop worrying about things that are going to take care of itself. Because when have it not? When have it not? If you think about all the times you was worried about, damn, oh, I just spent this money and I was supposed to do this. When have the bills not been paid? Clock it. You got to walk with I know my bill's going to get paid. Because why? The universe always wants to prove you're right. The universe always wants to prove you're what? Right. Can I see some right in the chat? So when you walk with the confidence like, yeah, I just bought this or I just went to the spot because I needed it and I needed to reset. I know my bill's going to get paid regardless. You'll see them bills are going to get paid. Yeah. Even if you're 2 days late, 3 days late, but them bills are still going to get paid. Because that's law. That's law. You want peace, but your entire day is wrapped in people pleasing. Make it make sense. How do you want peace, but yet you're trying to explain your vision to everybody? You want to please everybody. You don't know how to say no. Start saying no. In order for you to manifest your new reality, you have to be bad. Let me tell you, I told you guys this in my last video. The universe does not give a if you're good or bad. Ooh. The universe does not care if you're good or bad. You do not get brownie points for being a good girl. Oh, I'm going to make sure I help him because, if I help him, I know someone's going to come and help me. Or if I do this, the universe does not care. Period. That's why you be seeing these girls who are HOEs and you be like, damn, how she got married? She got like 20 bodies. She got like 50, 100,000 bodies. And I only got one body and I still can't find a man. Mental covenant. Because you believe you can't find a man, that's why you're not getting one. The universe does not care if you're good or bad. That's why you like, yo, she has a nasty personality. Why is she rich? Because the universe does not care if you're good or bad. I want you to drop that belief. The belief that we've been taught about, if you be good, good things are going to happen to you. You've been good your whole life. Where's the fucking good? Where's the mansion? Where's the 10-bedroom mansion? Yeah. Where's the 10-bedroom mansion? Why aren't billions running into the account? I've been good my whole fucking life. Yeah. Get rid of the belief, the controlling belief that they told us about how good you are is what you get. Because you clearly see the people who robbing and scamming, they get into the money. Them girls, them guys, millions in their account. So that clearly proves the point that the universe does not really care if you're good or bad. It don't care. All it cares about is proving you right. So I want you guys to understand all these beliefs that these people, society have projected onto you. They do this on purpose to suppress your awareness because they know the higher you become in your awareness, the more we realize what value really is. So in order to keep the value of money, in order to keep luxury and make people think there's value, Chanel, value these things, they have to keep us suppressed. They have to. Because you becoming more aware is your direct connection to God. Ooh. Oh, yeah, bestie, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Some of you are not going to like this, but I'm going to just tell you anyway. Thank you for the hat. I'm going to tell you this anyway. That pastor that you're like, I have to go to church every Sunday. Go to your Bible. I don't even want to say too much. Go to your Bible, but I'm going to tell you this. These pastors that you're worshiping, that they're making you feel like, if you give them all your money or you get closer to them, that's your direct connection to God. They are capitalizing off your fantasy. And I said that on my last video. They are capitalizing off your fantasy. The only difference between you and the pastor is aware and you are not. Done. That's the only difference. If you want to know, let me tell you now. Your level of awareness is how you connect to God. If God created you, then God is within you. If God is unlimited source, that means unlimited source is in you. If you need starch to create rice, right? Then that means what? Hello. So I want you guys to be more aware. And the more higher you climb in your awareness journey, I promise you, I say anything but a goddamn lie. And you may not agree with everything I say, but one thing I don't say is a lie. The more aware you become of your thoughts, your beliefs, the people around you, and what you consume, and the spiritual entities you choose to align with because you have free will, you will see your life change faster than ever. You're going to feel better. You're going to make good decisions, and you're going to live the life that you want. That is the secret Krabby Patty formula that took me months and 8 years of soul searching to find my purpose. Secret Krabby Patty formula. If you can't control your internal reality, then the external reality will control you. Someone asks, how did I remove those limiting beliefs? I identified that they were limiting beliefs. Like, for example, having to work hard for money. Why would you ever think you have to work hard for a piece of paper? If we look at it, okay, if you're not spiritual or anything, just look at it from a logical standpoint. Logically, why do you have to work hard for a piece of paper, the physical part of the paper that means absolutely nothing? It's our perception of the piece of paper that brings value to it. Let's talk about it. $100 bill, remove what you know about $100 bill. If we're looking at it from a logical standpoint, if you were to see $100 bill on the floor, right? Only because you perceive it as value, that's the reason why it has value. But if you didn't have any value to it, like let's say we weren't taught to value money. If you was to see a piece of paper on the floor, you would just probably walk over it because realistically, it has no benefit as opposed to you seeing a piece of gold. Or as opposed to you seeing, something of value that can either help you when you're in a fire, can aid your hunger, something like that. That's what you guys got to understand. We place value on these things. So the perception of having to work hard for money, it doesn't really make sense realistically, because you'll find yourself that all the middle class is working hard, but they're staying in the same place. You will work hard because that's your limiting belief, and you will stay in the same place. You have gotten yourself to where you are today, all from what? Your beliefs, what you thought. Even if you are not in your desirable reality, you put yourself there. A lot of people forget that they have the free will. You have the free will. You have the choice. Make the choice. I don't want to live like this no more. Okay, wake up in the morning. You want to be a millionaire? How does your millionaire self behave? Because realistically, and I said this on my last video, all of us, we're not chasing the billions. We're chasing the feeling that we will have when we have the billions. I'm going to say that again. Everyone on this earth that's like, oh, I want to be a billionaire, trillionaire. You're not chasing the billions. You're chasing the feeling you will have when you have the billions or the trillions. Am I making sense? One's in the chat if I'm making sense. So when you start looking at things from a deeper level, you'll now start to be like, you know what? I've been living life wrong this whole time. Think about all the times you have manifested yourself in a more desirable reality. Think about how you got yourself there. It was all from acting like who you were in your desirable reality. Just like a job. Law of assumption. Just like your job. You be like, damn, I'm looking for a new job. First of all, if you want to get a job, first you have to get up every day, wake up in the morning, act like you already have a job. Go to job interviews, be on your computer, act like you already have it. Because when you act like you already have it, the universe always wants to prove you're right. You say you want to be a soft woman, but your habits scream emotional survival. You say you want to be soft, but your habits scream emotional survival. A lot of you are not emotionally intelligent. And I keep telling you, you being emotionally intelligent is so important when it comes to manifesting. Because if you're not emotionally intelligent, a lot of circumstances and reality is going to keep pushing things to grab your attention. And if it can grab your attention, it grabs your emotions. Emotions is the glue to your new identity and your old identity. I remind you of Bob Proctor. I used to listen to him. So you can't say you want to be a soft woman, but your habits scream emotional survival. You can't say you want a fulfilling man, a strong masculine man, but you entertaining men that give you the bare minimum. How does your new version behaves? What are the type of relationships she indulge in? What are the type of conversations? What are her daily habits? Start now. If that man is not what you see on your vision board of how you behave, and he's not the type of guy you will talk to in your millionaire self, cut him off. Some of you be so scared to be alone. You're like, oh, I don't want to be alone. Be alone. The only way you're going to grow is by being by yourself, because when you are alone, you're going to hear all the voices in your head. A lot of you use men to ignore and suppress the voices in your head. And that's the reason why you're emotionally unstable. That's the reason why you're emotionally unstable. Every time if you don't have a man in your life, you have a friend that you call and tell all your business to. Put the phone down, close your lips, and think about your limiting beliefs. and start creating your new identity. That's the problem with y'all. And that's the truth. I listen, guys, the person you're looking at right now, I do not pick up the phone to talk to any of my friends. And I love my friends. I don't have time. I don't have time to sit on the phone and talk about, oh, what you watched yesterday, what you eat. Unless we're about to meet up. If we're meeting up to hang out, to go for brunch, go for dinner, like that's different. But on a day-to-day, I have so much other things to do with my time because time is valuable. Listen, let me tell you guys something. The bare truth. You can always get money back, but you can't get time back. Every day you're getting older. You're not getting younger. 2026, you're going to be a new age. So you're not getting time back. But the money that you spent yesterday, you got it back anyway. The money you spent last year, you're getting it back right now. So you have to be very aware of how you spend your time. And you have to be, in order for you to break these generational curses, it's not an easy thing, but you have to make the choice to say, you know what? The generational curses start now. Because our parents, and some of you like to blame your parents and your family as to why you may be the way you are now. You have to understand, it's a program that has been brought down. Now, it's up to you to reprogram the next generation and say, no. I'm not going to work hard for money. I am not going to deal with men for financial stability because that's what we're all taught. All women are taught to be good wives to men that don't know how to be good husbands. Let's clock it. Ooh, yeah, bestie, yeah. Yep. Women are taught to be good wives to men that don't know how to be good husbands. And now, when you start changing that, we're changing that all 2025. I'm telling you guys this right now. The only reason why men with money feel like they can be cheaters, disrespectful, is because they know how women are so desperate for men with money. Let's clock it. We women, we dictate the standard in the dating scenes. We dictate. We really dictate. We are the ones that bring it to the ground. Someone said the Holy Spirit is speaking through you. Sis, absolutely, because I feel the goosebumps. The goosebumps is going down my back to my butt crack. If we women, and I want you guys to internalize exactly what I'm saying. If we women get to a point in place where, first of all, number one, we have our own money, right? And because we have our own money, we're only going to date men with money. And now men with money are realizing that, okay, women are no longer thirsty because we have our own money, because they're making money too. You're going to start seeing the shift in men feeling like, oh, I'm going to just get money so I can treat girls any which way. Because it's like, oh, no. All the women are now like getting their own money. Like they can survive without us. So men need us as much as we need them. And I'm not making this agenda war. I am not making this agenda war. I want you guys to understand. I want us to collectively be together, but we have to break the generational curses that we were taught, that how to be a good wife and deal with the man for financial security. We have to break that, because that is what's causing a lot of dysfunction in relationships. Money and emotional instability is what's causing all this toxicity in the air. That's why I'm telling you women to disassociate yourself from the content that tell you, oh yeah, this is where you're going to find men with the money. No, bitch, show me where the money's at. Because most of the women, you don't even want the man with the money. You just want the money. So go for the money so you can have your peace. Because there's no reason why, and Bessie's going to clock it. There's no reason why you must sell your peace for financial security. That's the problem. A lot of you feel like, well, you know what? Since I'm dating a man with money, I'm going to have to deal with him cheating. I'm going to have to deal with him. I'm going to have to deal with the disrespect. No, the fuck you don't. Why are you making that mental verbal covenant? You can have exactly what you want. Again, when you can master your internal reality, you can control your external reality. If you can't control reality, reality will control you. You will find yourself with the same devil in a different color. You will find yourself, if you can't control reality, reality will control you. So you're going to find yourself with the same devil in a different color. The same energy a lot of you are looking to find men with money It's the same energy. I pray that as we go up this live, that you guys put that same energy into a business. You'll see how rich you get. You'll be like, damn, I didn't even know if I put this energy and reroute my emotions to myself, I would actually be richer. Does the version of you who has what you want behave like this? Think about it. Does she tolerate this? Does the version of yourself who has everything you want, does she tolerate a man disrespecting her, cheating on her, or having to work extra? Does she tolerate the toxic friends, the friends that are jealous? Does she tolerate it? Now we're going to get into emotional addiction versus real connection. I think I'm going to have to give you guys extra time because I already know I'm going over 1 hour. I already know it's over. I'm going over 1 hour. All right. Emotional addiction isn't love. It's withdrawal from chaos disguised as passion. You're addicted to the highs and the lows, the dopamine rush from the drama. Being needed. A lot of you want to be needed. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not even just saying you. I also realized that too. I was once an emotional addict. Yeah. Because you want to be needed. Oh, let me help him. Oh, he need me to cook food for him. He need me to iron his clothes. He need me to lotion his back. He need me to scrub his butt crack. You want to be needed, not actually being loved. You're addicted to who he could be, not who he actually is. The cycle, not the person. It feels like you have obsessive thoughts. You feel anxious when they pull away, needing validation from them to feel okay, confusing the pain as proof that is deep love. Confusing the pain as proof that, oh yeah, he really loved me because he cheated on me. He wanted to, he still came back to me. We see it a lot. Oh, now that the man is pulling away, you feel anxious, like, oh, what do I do? How do I go about it? Oh my God, Bestie, what should I do? This is why a majority of you need to be booking one-on-one calls with me. I will straighten you out in 30 minutes. You don't even need the hour. 30 minutes. I will straighten. You'll be like, damn, Bestie, you right. 30 minutes. I'll straighten you out. Yeah. Because some of you will feel so anxious, all because the man is pulling away, not realizing him pulling away is your blessing. But a lot of you are addicted, emotional addicts. You have obsessive thoughts. Oh my God, what is he doing when he's at work? Oh my God, he came home late. What is he doing? Obsessive thoughts. You are emotionally addicted. Thinking, maybe if I do more, he'll love me the right way. Let me tell you something right now. You can do, if you like, you could bend like a banana. You could put your knees to your forehead. You could cook him in a thong. You could cook for him in a thong. You could do this. You could bring another girl in the bedroom. Doing more does not mean he's going to love you the right way. Like, some of you don't understand. Some of you are like, yeah, I bring girls to the bedroom because you think you bringing a girl to the bedroom is going to make him love you more and still not cheat on you with the same girl you brought to the bedroom? Ho! You think you cooking in the G-string. You think you putting your knees to you think even allowing him to enter your back door is going to make him love you the right way. Well, girl, it's not. You're not holding on to the person. You're addicted to the emotional roller coaster. You are not addicted to the person. You're holding on to the emotional roller coaster. Some of you be like, yeah, I like that toxic stuff. Yeah, I like when he beat on me. Yeah, I like when we argue because the makeup sex is so good. When I hear people say this stuff, it blows my mind. Like, yeah, no, I like arguing with him because when we do, it feels so better. Emotional addicts. Some of y'all think it's only drug addicts. No, some of y'all are emotional addicts. Yeah. Let me clock it. You're not holding on to the person. You're addicted to the emotional roller coaster. Emotional addicts. Now, real connection. Real connection is rooted in safety, presence, and mutual elevation. There's no reason why you are elevating mentally, emotionally, and physically, and you're dating someone that's staying on the same place. They are going to pull you down. And if they don't pull you down, what do? They cheat on you, cause drama, cause chaos to throw you off. You guys got to be aware. Be aware. As you are on this journey to awareness, and being the new version of yourself, if you're currently dating a man, and he knows that you're elevating and he's not elevating at the speed that you are elevating, I'm telling you now, keep this mental note. So when it happens, and if it does happen, you already know, like, oh yeah, I'm not even paying no mind. Yeah, girl. So yeah, Pilates. Yeah. Tea. Yeah. 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 Digital. Yeah. 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 Oh, okay. No, because I'm starting my digital business now. I can't even feed you, because the three most valuable currencies in the world, which I said this on multiple videos, is emotion, money, and attention. So when you are elevating, and I'm telling you guys this right now, so you guys are now aware, I want you guys to listen to me very well. If you're at work, wherever you are, listen to what I'm saying right now. This is the most valuable piece of information on this whole entire live video. When you are elevating, you're going to see that circumstances around you is going to try to grab your attention, whether it be friends, family, or the men you're dating. If they're not elevating at the same speed you are elevating, they're going to try to bring you down. Now that I've made you aware of it, you have to be mentally strong and mentally resilient to say, I am not going to give you my attention, because if I give you my attention, I give you my emotion, and emotion is energy in motion. So I'm not going to give you my currency, because you pay people two ways, with attention or money. Attention or money. That's how you pay them. So you're not even going to bother. So that man that you're dealing with now, he's toxic, and you're deciding, you're listening to Besties next door, and you're saying, you know what? I don't want to smoke no more. Or no, you know what? I don't want to eat unhealthy anymore, because that's my new version. She don't eat like that. And he's going to tell you why. He's going to try to force you. He'll be like, oh, why you trying to do that meditation shit? Oh, why you burning sage? Oh, why you burning incense? Why you listening to sound music? Why you listening to frequencies before you sleep? Or why you can't talk late night? Or why you not watching all your old identity, all the connections your old reality is going to try to pull you back. I am telling you guys are in a spiritual warfare, and I'm not trying to make you scared. I want you to be aware. I want you to be aware. You are in a spiritual warfare. So be aware that as you embark this journey of being into your new reality, a lot of things are going to hold you back. Even yourself, even if it means self-destruction, listen, even if it means self-destruction, your own self will try to hold you down, even if it means you self-destruct. Ooh. So now that you are aware, you now know that that's why I'm telling you, ladies, after you get off this live, listen to what I'm saying. What you're going to do is you're going to sit down and think about all the limiting beliefs you have around weight, men, money, peace, every single thing. You know, they also taught us that the devil you know is better than the angels you don't. Well, no, I want to know the angels. Yeah. I actually want to get to know the angels. I want to know angels in my life. I'm tired of the devils. You know, they told us that, like, oh, that's how they keep us still. Even some of you women that are married. Some of you women that are married, they're like, oh, you know, just stay with your husband, because stay with the man. Oh, I got to give you extra time. We already 1 hour in. Oh, stay with the man because, you know, the devil you know is better than the angel you don't. No. You want to know some angels. I'm okay. Thank you. A lot of people will project their fears onto you, and you have to rebook it. You have to say, you know what? No. I'm not even going to bother. And don't force them to understand your vision. Guys, listen to what I'm saying, because this is where you're going to find yourself conflicting, because you're going to try to make them understand your new journey. You do not owe anybody a fuck explanation. You do not owe anyone any explanation. Do not feel like you need to explain to your man, your friend, your family on your new journey. You do not owe them explanation. That's the problem. You have free will. You don't owe them shit. You need to be bad. Yeah. Remember what I said earlier. The universe does not give a fuck if you're good or bad. So now you need to be bad. Yeah, I don't want to explain myself. I don't have to explain myself. They're going to be like, oh, you me now. Yeah. Because why? The universe only wants to prove you're right. The universe does not care if you're good or bad. So you do not have to explain to fit in. You are no longer fitting in. You are no longer fitting in anymore, because that's what we love to do. We always want to fit in with the people we love, because love is one of the most powerful emotions, and it's a drug. Our loved ones, we want to explain. Our mom called me like, yeah, let me explain my business. But guys, I've said this on multiple videos, and I will say it again, and I will keep saying it. A thought is the best kept secret. A thought is the best kept secret. Someone can tell you what they're thinking, but you will never know what they're thinking. So someone can say, oh, I support you. Oh, yeah, girl. But in their head, they're hoping all that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Your vision was given to you for a reason. I can't see through your eyes and you can't see through my eyes. So why are you explaining what you're seeing? Because no matter how much you explain to me, you can only see blue and yellow. I would never understand. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? As from today, you don't explain to nobody. Because why? You being good has not gotten you far. You playing, oh, I just want to be understandable. I just want to be relatable. You are no longer relatable. Because the rich version of yourself does not care to be relatable to the people around. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say it like that, but I have to say it like that because we need to be real. We need to be honest because if you really want to get to that level that you're trying to get to, you being relatable is not going to get you there. I'm sorry. What's going to get you there is confidence and audacity. Because if you really look at what I'm saying, every person that is quote, quote, that you consider a bad person, but they're wealthy, rich, they have the life they desire. One thing they have, and one thing everybody have in common, audacity. Audacity. Kanye West. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have audacity. Yeah, no, I don't feel like explaining. No, I don't feel like doing it because a lot of times we want to stay where we feel comfortable, where what feels familiar. That's the issue. No more. Oh, I want to stay with what I know. You know, he told me to cook food for him, although I'm tired, but you're not cooking that food. Fuck him. Fuck the food. He can go in the kitchen and make him some of his own rice. Because that, and you know what? And guys, I'm saying this because I know, because I lived it. You know, most times you'll be like, you know what? I'm going to go into the kitchen. You know what? I just came back from work, but my man, he hungry. So let me make him some steak and rice. Bitch, you're tired. Go sleep. Go take a shower. Go journal. Go wind down. He can go make that steak his goddamn self. Or why isn't he not taking you out for dinner? Why isn't he not asking you, oh, do you want to go to the spa? Why he not asking you these things? Guys, you got to start looking at things deeply because these are how these men be trying to emotionally manipulate you. I swear to God. They'll make you feel guilty for not being good to them. Oh, bestie, what did you say? They'll make you feel guilty for not being good to them. Meanwhile, they're bad to you. They'll be like, oh, you don't even cook for me anymore. You don't even cook. You don't even do this for me anymore. Like these other girls, they make you feel guilty. You know what you say to them? Yeah. I'm not doing it. Go find the girl. Yeah. You be like, you know what? No, I'm not doing it. Go find the girl that's going to do it. Because we be like, oh, no, babe. I was just, we feel like we have to explain why we didn't do what he wanted. But is it actually benefiting you? Guys, I want you to start asking yourself, like, all right, me cooking at 10 p.m. steak and rice. I know if I cook the steak and rice, I'm actually going to be hungry and I'm going to eat. And it's going to what? Cause my back to be what? Big. So that's not even aiding in your growth because a man that want to see you win is going to help you win. So he's not going to, oh, you come home late and tell you, oh, make steak and rice. He'll be like, nah, babe, don't worry about it. I'm just going to drink this today. And then you just cook tomorrow in the morning when you have time. Because he knows that you're trying to grow. He's going to water your plant. He's not going to make you feel guilty for not being who he knows. That's how men do. They say, oh, yeah. They say you changed. Oh, you changed. Oh, you're not the girl I knew. You were such a good girl. Well, she's gone. She's gone. Because look at what good has got me. Being good. What was it getting me? The universe does not give you brownie points for being a good girl. Because if it was, like I mentioned earlier on this live, you would have had a mansion. You would have had a mansion. So clearly, you need to start being a little bit like, nah, if it's not serving you, even this is not only to men, it's about friends too and family. If it's not serving you, sorry, I can't do it. And you don't have to explain. Full stop. I can't do it. And don't feel guilty either. Don't feel guilty. Real connections. This is real connections. Real connections is rooted in safety, presence, and mutual elevation. You're connected to who they are in reality. You guys have shared values, not just history. Peace, not performance. A vision of life you're both building, not a person you're trying to fix. And a lot of women is guilty for shared history, not shared values. Let's clock it. Bestie, you're saying something. Absolutely. A lot of you stay with men not because of shared values, but because of shared history. Oh, yeah. You're like, oh, but I was with him when I was 6. Oh, we used to like the same lollipops. Oh, both of our parents got into a fight. Oh, both of our parents is not together. Oh, we have the same siblings. Shared histories, not shared values. And this is what's going to help you find a good man and have a good family and a successful marriage. Shared values, not shared history. Stop saying, oh, well, we've been together for 20 years, so that's the reason why we're getting married. Shared history, not shared values. Trauma bonding. Like, oh yeah, my mom, his sister touched him when he was 6, and my brother touched me when I was 6, so we're bonding. Shared history, not shared values. Completely different. And someone just commented and said, yes, I left a 10-year relationship. I want you guys to understand, it's okay for you to walk away from someone that you've been with for a long time. Don't be upset and feel like you wasted time. You did not waste time. They served their purpose, and it's now time for you to move on. Because that's also the mental trip and the emotional trip a lot of women go through when they are in a long relationship. They're like, I wasted so much time. You didn't waste time. You learned something. The person served their purpose, and now it's time to go. Because regardless of the matter, every relationship has an expiration date. Every relationship has an expiration date, whether it's death. You know how they say till death do us apart? That's an expiration date. Yeah. Oh, you guys never thought of it like that. Yeah. Death is an expiration date too. So every relationship has an expiration date. You did not waste time. You learned something. You learned this. You learned a different side of yourself. You learned what you don't want. Amen. A real connection feels like safety, peace, emotional maturity, no need to chase or prove. You feel more like yourself, not less. Real connections calm your nervous system. Emotional addiction activates it. A lot of you don't realize that unfulfilling men often mirror your unhealed self-worth. Ooh, bestie, yeah. Unfulfilling men often mirror your unhealed self-worth. You stay confused, overthink, settle because it's a cycle you know, and don't think there are any better men. You have mentally made the covenant. You stay in the cycle because you're like, you know what? All men are the same anyway, so I might as well just stay here because all men are the same. You are making the mental covenant. And as I'm telling you guys this thing, I had to be aware that I'm making a mental covenant by thinking that all men are the same. Like that. Like, I've been making the mental covenant for years thinking all men are the same when that's not true. That's like saying all women are the same when we know that's not true. When we know that's not true. All women are the same. All women are not the same. All men are not the same. And we got to stop as women projecting that into the reality. Because if you keep projecting that reality, that will be your reality. If you keep projecting that into your reality, that will be your reality. What you focus on manifests. What you give your attention to becomes your reality. So because you believe all men are the same and because you have aligned with that reality, that is what's going to show up in your reality. Different devils in different colors. You can't attract emotionally available, valuable men if you are subconsciously still fighting to fix what broke you. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So the guy you're trying to fix to be your dream man, let him go. Yeah. Because he's holding you back. You're never gonna make more money. You're never gonna start that business because you're too busy trying to make him be the man that is on your vision board. You guys be trying to fit men into your vision boards and not realize why your vision is not manifesting in your reality, because you're trying to fit people, friends, family, and men that are not meant to be in your winning season. Let's clock it, because you feel like you're loyal to chaos. You're loyal to the fantasy. Your loyalty to the fantasy is what's keeping you in the same place. Oh. Your loyalty to the fantasy is what's keeping you in the same place. Don't let that go over your head. You're loyal to chaos. That's the problem. And when you start realizing that, oh shit, I'm not loyal to this man. I'm loyal to the fantasy of this man. Then you wake up, you realize like, oh shit, bitch, I done wasted almost 6 months into 2025. Oh, let me get into the game. What version of you are you trying to keep alive by staying with him? You need to ask yourself, what version of you are you trying to keep alive by staying with him? Oh, bestie, that's deep. And now, what version of you are you trying to keep alive by staying with him? Have you asked yourself that question? Because you're holding on to, you're loyal to the chaos and the fantasy, but what version of yourself are you trying to keep alive? The version of yourself that can possibly be a wife? The version of yourself that's a good girl, believing that, oh, she gets brownie points from God and the universe if she keeps being good? What version of yourself are you trying to keep alive by staying with him? What are the kind of relationships your new identity aligns with? Ask yourself, like, what are the kind of relationships? Fulfilling relationships that pour into who you are, what you're growing, what you're manifesting. You need to start asking yourself these things. A lot of you are just living and you're not living. I'm going to say that again. A lot of you are living, but you're not living. You're living, you're just getting up every day like, all right, well, another conversation, another day. But you're not really living because you're not asking yourself like, okay, I'm growing every single day. I hope you know that your age is not stopping. You can't get, when you were 21 or 19, you don't get your 19 years back. So you got to start being more selfish with your time. Absolutely. Yeah. Just because you're on this journey, don't ever feel like, oh, you're going to be alone forever. Don't think like that. That's your old beliefs. Again, those are limiting beliefs. The moment you embark this journey that I'm telling you guys about awareness and stepping into your new reality, you're going to find yourself conflicting with your old self. And you have to be able to identify and step out of yourself and say, nah, my new version, she don't think like that. I know I'm going to get a man. Again, for the 1,000th time, the universe always wants to prove you're right. You say to yourself, okay, you know what? Right now, he doesn't fit me, but I know I'm going to get a man that's better. I know. Like, it's not about saying it. You have to really believe it. But bestie, I said I was going to get a man and I still haven't gotten a man 10 years later because you really haven't internalized it. You haven't really said, okay, I know I'm going to make 6 figures. I know, and believe. Confidence that you will. There's no way, because why? The universal law is the universe always wants to prove you're right. We are now in segment 3, reprogramming through identity and emotional real estate. Are you guys ready? Type 1 in the chat. Okay. Reprogramming through identity and emotional real estate. Manifestation doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. And I've said this on my other video. I don't know if you guys know. I usually post these replays on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. As you're trying to manifest and as you're praying, do not pray like you don't have it. Pray like you already have it. That's the trick. And that's what I've learned. Because a lot of times you be like, oh, you know, they told us, our parents and society and just overall, we have been programmed to say that, oh, just tell God what you want. You don't tell God what you want. You tell him what you have. God, I'm thanking you for what I have. I thank you that I have this new Bentley. I thank you that I have a new 20-bedroom mansion. I thank you that I have this business. I thank you that you have to believe, because what did Besties say all through this live? The universe always wants to prove you're right. What's occupying your space and what is it costing you? A lot of you need to clean out the closet. You need to clean out the closet. What is occupying your space mentally, emotionally, physically, and what is it costing you? The people in your life, the thoughts in your head, the fears from the past, lingering attachments. There's no reason why you're like, oh, I'm going to spin the block on my ex. And ex is always a why. Yeah. Leave him in the past. Yeah, there's no reason, oh, I'm going to just go because I'm feeling sexy, I'm feeling horny. That's your old self. Your new identity, she's not going to be moved by having lingering attachments. Oh, I just want to go to my ex because he's the one, he knows how to make me squirt. He knows how to get this kitty purring. That's your old identity. Your new self knows that she's going to have a fulfilling man that knows how to make that putty curr, and woof, woof, woof. Your new self, she's like, you know what? No, I'm not entertaining that. That's why, like, guys, you have to be the third person to yourself. You're going to be like, oh my God, damn, I want to call Anthony and see what Anthony can do because he know how to eat the box real good. Your new self will be like, okay, what is that costing me? So Anthony eat the box real good. Now I'm back in the cycle because remember, some of these men are energy vampires. You'll date a man and all of a sudden you're unmotivated. Because now you may think, oh, it's just Anthony eating a box. But Anthony, he eating a box, but he's sucking all the energy out of you. And you were supposed to go to the gym at 7 a.m. because you're working on your summer body. Now all of a sudden you're unmotivated. Now it's a cycle. Now you eat. You're like, damn, I just want to eat in. Let me just order Uber Eats. Ooh. Oh, Bestie clocked it. Yeah. Why do you think successful men love to have sex before meetings? Ooh. Oh, you guys didn't. Oh. So some of you guys don't realize that although you're sleeping, like this goes for girls that like to sleep for money in bags. You may think in your head that, oh, I'm just giving him I give my kitty cat to any man anyway. But you don't know what you're energetically exchanging. You don't know that he's sleeping with you. He may give you $5,000, $10,000, $2,000. However, I don't know. But I mean, you should be whatever. I'm not gonna go there. But you don't know that he's sucking the energy. So the idea is you would have had to start a business where you don't need him anymore. He's sucking that energy and that motivation. And now what happens? You are now accepting the demons. You ever see how some men become so successful after dealing with certain women and the other woman, she doesn't become successful. She's unmotivated. She has a hard time starting over. Oh. Yeah. Guys, you are in a mental, spiritual warfare. A man laying down with you, you are the portal to life. So you thinking, oh yeah, he came at me because he want me to have his baby. Do you know what spirit and entity you are aligning with by allowing multiple men to nut in you? Do you know what spirit entity you are aligning with by just allowing men to lay down with you for money? Oh, we need to talk about it. Because some men will sleep with you and you may not know because what did I say before in the beginning of this live? A thought is the best kept secret. What? A thought is a best kept secret. So you may think that, oh, it's harmless. I'm just sleeping with him. He's just giving me, $5,000. But you don't know what he's thinking. He's like, all right, if I get this nut out of me, I'm going to be successful in this meeting. Some men will sleep with multiple women just to be successful. Oh, you guys didn't know? If your peace is taxed daily by a man, a friend, or a belief, you are already in debt before your day starts. That's why, and I'm gonna repeat the quote that I just said. That's why I'm trying to shift all of you women into becoming financially secured. It's not because I want you to be masculine. It's not because I want you to be hyper independent. It's because when you have your own money, you have a different level of awareness and clarity, period. You are still going to date the men with the money because you can afford to be in the room. Standard. There's a different level of respect when a man knows you have things going on for yourself, as opposed to women who beg to be in the room. That's the reason why I tell you, ladies, join the Wealth Club. You will see the shift in who you attract, who you talk to, even your income, because you'll think different and you have the tools to make more money. Having your own money as a woman gives you clarity. The reason why a lot of women stay in these marriages and these toxic relationships because they can't afford to leave. They can't afford to choose peace. But when you can afford to choose peace, you walk different. You sit different when you can afford. You're like, what? Even the man that you deal with, he act different. He like, oh no, I don't want to lose her because because I can always afford to choose peace. Yeah, I can afford to move out. That's why I tell you, ladies, before I used to say, oh, I used to talk about all this. Oh, I was also a victim as well. I used to say, oh yeah, because that's what I was consuming. But I'm now having this reality shift because now I'm in a different place in life. And I've now had this level of awareness, and I pray to God to get to this level of awareness. And now I'm at this level of awareness. I made the covenant to God that once I get here, because I've been praying for years to get here, that I will share this with others. That's why I tell you, ladies, to be very mindful. And I said this in my past episodes. Listen to me clearly. Be very mindful of the men that tell you, quit your job, quit everything. I want you to stay at home, because he's going to become more successful at the expense of your decline. He will become more successful at the expense of your decline. So some girls be like, oh yeah, my man told me I could stay at home and do nothing. Now you got to look at him funny, because a man who wants to see you grow is going to aid to your growth. He's going to ask you, how can I help you with your goals? Or, oh, babe, nah, go to the gym. No, babe, start that business. I support you. Like, I'm going to pay the bills. I'm going to pay the bills, but nah, start that business. But a man that tell you, no, I'm going to pay the bills. You don't got to make no money. I'm going to give you money. Anytime you need money, ask me for money. He is sucking your energy. He is going to rise in his business. He's going to become more successful while you decline. And then one day he's going to come to you and tell you, oh, you don't even do shit. You need to get the fuck out of my house. And now you ain't got nowhere to go. What movie am I referring to? Diaries of a Mad Black Woman. I said this on my other video, and I'm going to say this again. Some women looked at it like, oh, yeah, men ain't shit, this and that. I didn't even take that message. When I watched it again, I took the message of, why didn't this girl use the money to become rich herself? That's because a lot of women were taught, in order for you to have access to riches, you need a man. The only way to riches is from a man. That's exactly what 85% of women were taught. And I'm telling you the truth. That's why it's so important. And I've now understood that being financially secured and having peace and being aware before getting into a relationship will make the relationship more healthy, because you're not dependent. You're gonna, I want you guys to understand, do not align with the reality that these women are talking about with, oh, that's the broke energy. Oh, if you make more money, you become rich, a man is not going to feel needed, so he's not going to provide for you. Don't align with that. Remember what I said. Whatever you align with will become your reality. Don't align with that. There's a lot of men that appreciate women who have their own. There's a difference. You can afford to be in the room. You're not begging to be in the room. And you can always afford to choose peace. You can always afford to choose peace. That's the difference of having your own money. And it's not about having your own money so you're masculine, because you don't have to work hard to make money. Like I said in the beginning of this live, you do not have to work extra hard in order for you to make more money. It's just about what? The mental game. If your peace is taxed daily by a man, a friend, or a belief, you are already in debt before your day starts. Friends too. I'll repeat it one more time. If your peace is taxed daily by a man, a friend, or a belief, you are already in debt before your day starts. A belief, yes. So let's say you have a limiting belief of, oh, I'm ugly, or a limiting belief of, oh, I have to work hard for money. You're already in debt before the day starts, because your peace can be taxed by your beliefs. Your peace can be taxed by a friend. It can be taxed by a man. All these things I'm saying also applies for men, friend, family too. I hope you guys understand. He's not taking up space in your life. He's taking up space in your manifestations. So let me say that again. If your peace is taxed daily by a man, a friend, or a belief, you're already in debt before your day starts. He is not taking up space in your life. He's taking up space in your manifestations. That probably rang for somebody. You need to understand, in order for you to live your desired life, you need to change your identity, and you need to cut the strings with the people who don't align to your new identity. If they don't align to your new identity, because you keep holding on to that man, because you keep holding on to that toxic friend, that's the reason why you're staying in the same place. If you're ready to elevate, you need to be able to let go and understand that it's nothing personal. Every relationship has an expiration date. And if you don't cut them off, it's nothing personal. These entities that you have aligned to your old identity, it still wants to exist. So because it still wants to exist, the people around you, friends, family, men, it's going to trigger that emotion to bring you back. See, now somebody asked a really important question. Crown asks, what if it's family and you can't afford to leave yet? That's the point I'm making this entire life. You are trying to change your reality with reality. That's the reason why you're not leaving. You don't need to physically leave somewhere to mentally, emotionally detach. Reality will catch up. That's the mistake every woman makes. Everybody makes, not even women, men, whoever you are. If you call yourself if, you, they, them, whatever you call yourself, she, him, you make the mistake by trying to allow reality to control you. You are not controlling it. You do not need to leave a man physically or leave your family physically in order for you to leave. You detach mentally and emotionally. Because you want to make sure that, and I'm going to use a man as an example because it's more understandable. If you haven't left him emotionally and mentally, you're going right back physically. I hope you know. You're going right back. Yeah. You're going to go right back. You be like, you know what? I'm moving out today, but you're going to go right back. So in order for you to first leave any situation, or in order for you to manifest anything in life, you need to first of all mentally, emotionally align. Physical will catch up. It has no choice to. Because why? Bestie has been saying this the whole entire life. The universe always wants to prove you're right. The universe always wants to prove you're right. When you emotionally, mentally align yourself, the universe is going to prove you're right. Because it always has and it always will. Now we're talking about identity work. For those who don't understand what identity work is, it's the process of intentionally redefining who you are, how you see yourself, and what you believe you deserve, so that your external reality can align with your internal truth. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. Number one, for identity work, your reality mirrors your self-image. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, you'll keep attracting struggle. You are always making a mental, verbal covenant. So if you keep saying, I'm always struggling, you are going to keep struggling. Because why? Do not forget this after you leave or re-listen to this live. I'm going to drill this in your head all 2025. The universe always wants to prove you're right. The universe always wants to prove I'm right. The universe always wants to prove I'm right. So if you see yourself as someone who struggles, you're going to keep attracting struggle. If you see yourself as a woman who receives with ease, money, love, and peace, opportunities will start flowing. Every version of you has a lifestyle attached. Broke you versus rich you. Two different morning routines, habits, boundaries, circles, and standards. So some of you be like, oh, I want to be rich. I'm going to wait till I make 8 figures before I start waking up 7 in the morning. No, wake up more early now. The habits, the routines. Who are your circles? What are the standards? That's why I tell you ladies, all of you ladies need to be joining the Wealth Club. Use the code LIVE if you want a little discount. Use the code LIVE. I'll do that for you. Use LIVE. Identity work is about shifting into the version of you who already lives the life you desire, mentally, emotionally, and physically. If you don't do the identity work, you will find yourself in the same circle. I kid you not. Trust me, I've been doing it for years. I tried to skip the identity work. Bitch, I was in circles. Until I woke up like, whoa. I'm waking up every single day and I feel better. I even watch what I eat. If you go down or look at my old videos, you'll see I was a little bit more chubbier in the face. I'm not taking Ozempic. You even, in the confidence in my voice, you hear the confidence in what I speak about. You'll know that, yeah, this girl, she did the work. She definitely did the work. Because what she's talking about, how she's talking, how she presents herself, you cannot skip the identity work. You can't. When you start doing the identity work, you start rewriting your subconscious mind. Most women are stuck in loops, not because they're lazy, but because their identity is based on survival, struggle, or proving their worth. Thank you, Brittany. Identity work helps you rewrite those beliefs and install new codes based on abundance, ease, and deservingness. You have to build the habits and meaning and internalize it. Start making verbal covenants like, I'm safe choosing myself. I attract partners who meet me at my level. My success is not tied to a man's approval. I want you guys to start making verbal covenants and mental covenants and believe what I'm saying and believe what you're saying. As I'm saying this, you should be either writing this down or taking a mental note. I am safe choosing myself. Number one, that's the first verbal mental covenant you should have. I am safe choosing myself. A lot of women do not feel safe choosing their self. That's why they choose men. And they allow men to alter their reality and allow reality to choose them. I am safe choosing myself. Second one is I attract partners who meet me at my level. Some of you believe that if you become more successful, which is a limiting belief, that you are only going to attract men that are not on your level. That is not true. I attract partners who meet me at my level. The third one, these are the 3 important mental verbal covenants you need to be making. The third one is my success is not tied to a man's approval. I feel like millions of women online need to hear this. To be honest, because they feel like their success is tied to a man's approval. It's nuts. It's crazy. Oh, I don't want to do this because the man is going to feel like this. I don't want to do this because the man's going to feel like this. Your success is not tied to a man's approval. Those are the 3 verbal mental covenants. Those are 3 I just gave you. I am safe choosing myself. I attract partners who meet me at my level. My success is not tied to a man's approval. Segment 4. Guys, I wasn't even supposed to be on this long, but it's fine. I'm going to give you guys my time. So, segment 4, becoming the woman you desire, frequency and femininity. Are you guys ready? One's in the chat. You can't tap into soft life in hard energy. Manifestation lives in receptivity, not resistance. If I say it loud, I'm going to mess it up. I'll mess up the word. Please. Sometimes I have a little tongue twister. You know, I'm from New York, but like I was born and raised in New York, but you know, I still got like Nigerian roots. So sometimes I'll have a little accent when I say certain things. I can switch from English to pidgin, you know, back and forth. You know, I'm well diversified. So sometimes when I speak, I do have a little tongue tie. Manifestation does not live in resistance. When you're in your masculine energy, overgiving, overthinking, overdoing, you're blocking divine downloads. You are blocking divine downloads when you're overdoing, overthinking, because how are you going to receive? Because you're so busy outputting, you're not receiving. There's no input. That's what you guys don't understand. You know, masculine energy doesn't have to always be, oh, you're a man, like, grrr, oh, I'm a man, oh, I'm the man. It don't have to be that. Masculine could just be you overgiving, too much output, not enough input. So you're overgiving to men. I try to do the grrr and get away. Some of y'all think, oh, nah, I'm not masculine, though. I'm very feminine. I talk like this. But no, bitch, because you're overgiving, overthinking, and overdoing, bitch, you're masculine. Some of y'all only, you only connect masculine energy to being a man. Like, yeah. No, you're like, no, girl, but I talk like this. No, but I'm soft. No, bitch, you're not soft. Internally, bitch, you're not soft. Internally, bitch, you are a grizzly bear. Grrr. Who you playing? Because why? The universe always wants to prove what? You're right. So because you're a grizzly bear internally, that's the reason why you have a hard life, bitch. I don't care how soft you talk. I don't care how many shades of pink you wear. Yeah. Some of these bitches be wearing pink, the bow in the hair, my nails, the spa, the cucumbers on the eyes, bitch. If you like, you could wear as much shades of pink, purple. You could paint your whole room purple, bitch. You could paint the kitchen pink, bitch. Internally, you are a grizzly bear. That's the reason why you have a hard life. These bitches be trying to fool y'all like, oh, come with me on my self-love journey. These bitches be demons inside. oh, today I'm taking myself on a solo date to show self-love. Self-love is not always, it's not that. Self-love is letting go of people who no longer serve you. It's not just, oh, going to the spa. Oh, I'm going to the spa to show self-love to myself. I'm taking myself on a solo date because I don't need a man. Ladies, tap in. You don't need a man. Comment in the chat. We don't need a man. We love ourselves. But at home, internally, this bitch is fighting demons. Self-love is not just the pretty, oh, going to the spa, having girl time. It's not just that. It's internal identity work. What Bestie is telling you right now. Letting go of people who no longer serve you. Stop overthinking and stop overdoing. Stop over-explaining. Because you could go as many solo dates as you like. But if you can't stop calling Anthony to come eat your kitty cat at 10 p.m., bitch, all that work is going out the window. Yeah. All that work is going out the window. You could sit and say, you could lie on the gram and TikTok all you want. But if you can't stop calling Anthony, the one that no longer serves you, to stop eating that kitty cat because he know how to make it purr, bitch, all that identity work goes out the fucking window. You could wake up in the morning and wear as much pink as you want. If you can't stop calling that guy, if you can't stop waiting for the text message, all that work goes out the window. Don't block me. No, because bestie, I gotta tell you guys the truth. I'm your bestie next door. I gotta tell you the truth, girl. I know your friend not gonna tell you the truth, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm cutting up today. When you are in your masculine, overgiving, overdoing, overthinking, you are blocking divine downloads. Because guys, I want you guys to understand something. If you didn't deserve better, you would not have the thought. If you did not deserve better, you would not have the thought. Understand that. So because you even have the idea that you can be a millionaire or a billionaire or a trillionaire, or there's men out there that treat you good, that's a divine download. There's multiple versions of ourselves that's existing, multiple versions. If that version of your life did not exist, you would not get the divine download. A lot of you ignore your intuition. You need to listen. Sometimes your imagination, the thoughts that you have, is divine downloads. You don't attract wealth by hustling harder. You attract it by aligning smarter. Same with love. The man you want will never be attracted to the version of you that's still in survival mode. Because some of you be like, yeah, I'm gonna attract the man that I want. He's gonna do this, but you're still in survival mode. So how do you? Let me repeat that again, just in case you guys didn't hear me. The man you want will never be attracted to the version of you that's still in survival mode. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means creating space to receive better. Sometimes even you don't have, I want you guys to really understand, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to make an issue in your relationship, or I'm trying to make you think toxic, or I'm trying to make it a gender war. Guys, this is not about gender war at all. I am not saying you don't need a man. I am not saying men are evil. I don't want you guys to grab that from what I'm telling you guys. What I'm telling you guys is the truth. And every relationship has an expiration date. It don't have to be toxic right now for you to realize that relationship, the relationship you're currently in, does not serve you. And you have to be patient enough to know that, okay, I'm waiting for what does serve me. Because I already know this man that doesn't even take me out, this man that can't even give me $10,000, the new version of myself would not date him. Until you are okay with letting people go, you are going to stay in the same place. Until you're okay with letting old beliefs go, you are going to stay in the same place. I promise you. I promise you. You could come off my live. You could come off my live and say, you know what? Nah, me and my babe, we on good terms. Everything Bestie said, that don't apply to us. But if you know the new version of yourself, who is an 8-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure earner, wouldn't date him, because you're holding on to him, you're never going to get there, babes. I promise you. I promise you. And then you know what's going to happen? A year's going to go by. You're going to be like, damn, why am I not moving forward? Because you couldn't let go of the relationship that was meant to end. clock out. Yeah, he need to clock out. And someone said, I'm ready to let go. It's just scary. It's very scary. Trust me, guys. I know it's scary until you start understanding that that relationship served its purpose. You did not waste time, because what makes you scared is you're scared of what you don't even know. Fear, doubt, and faith is all belief in something you can't see. So you being scared, you're scared of what you don't even know. But you are drowning and staying in something that you are familiar with. So which one? It's better for you to just say, you know what? Let me just try something else. What's going to happen? Remember, guys, I keep saying this on this live. And after you get off this live, I want you to keep remembering what I said. The universe always wants to prove you're right. The universe always wants to prove I'm right. Someone said fear to be lonely. Because you have that fear, that is what's going to manifest in your reality. You are not alone. How can you be lonely? You're with yourself. How could you ever be lonely? You have your old identity that's talking to you, your new. How could you ever be lonely? It's because you're giving attention to the spirit of loneliness. So because you're giving attention to the spirit of loneliness, that's why it's manifesting in your reality. Your old identity aligns with the spirit of loneliness. Your new identity does not align with that. Do you see what I'm saying about the constant battle between your old and new self? Talk to God. God is within. God is within. It's a constant battle. That's what I'm saying. When you are trying to embark this journey of being the new version of yourself, your old self aligns with the spirit of loneliness. Your new self does not align with that. And you have to be aware that your old self is an old entity that wants to keep existing. So it's going to keep projecting those fears. It's going to keep projecting those old beliefs because you have been with that old identity for years. You have been with that old identity for years. So it's going to keep projecting fear, doubt, all these things that you are familiar with. And you're going to think it's your intuition when it's not. It's your old identity begging you not to let go. It's your old identity begging you to not let go. Listen to what I'm saying. Your old identity will constantly beg you to not let go. So it's going to keep pushing these thoughts in your head. But you have to be aware. You have to pull yourself out and say, nah, this new version of myself has to exist, because if it didn't exist, I wouldn't have the thought. I wouldn't have the thought. Exactly. Someone typed, your old identity is an entity trying to survive. Exactly. So it's going to keep triggering you. You guys have to understand. This is not going to be like, oh, okay, bestie. Nah, your old self is going to be like, your old self may be hypersexual. So you're like, nah, let me just call Anthony because my kitty's purring. My kitty's purring for him. But you don't realize that's your old identity begging you not to leave. So your old identity is going to keep throwing things. But your new identity is like, nah, my husband know how to make the cookie jump. He know how to make the cookie go woof, 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 woof. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a constant battle. And when you conquer your internal battle, because that is the hardest part of this whole game. That's the hardest part of this whole game, the internal battle. Listen to what I'm saying. When you can conquer the internal battle, then you can conquer reality. Reality is a game. What did Bestie Next Door say on this whole entire live? The universe always wants to prove you're right. The universe has been proving you right now. All the beliefs you had in your head, all the beliefs you had about, oh, I can't make too much money. You're not making too much money, right? Oh, I can't do that business. You didn't start that business, right? Because why? Oh, I can't eat clean. Oh, nah, I can't get skinny. I have a hard time losing weight. You didn't lose the weight, right? Because why? The universe always wants to prove you're right. The universe always wants to prove you're right. So all the limiting beliefs that you have been telling yourself up until this point, the universe have proved you right all through. Bestie next door is not lying. I'm just telling you the law, right? Since you say, I can never find a good man, you don't get good men. Oh, it's hard to find rich men. I can never get a rich man. You don't get rich men. The universe is proving you right. Absolutely. The future you is already within. You just have to remove what you're not. You need to describe your future you. What is she like? How is her confidence? How is she? How wealthy is she? How is she respected? What are her habits? She doesn't chase love or prove her worth. She multiplies money while resting. She lives in alignment, not survival. You become her when you stop betraying yourself to be loved. You become her when you stop betraying yourself to be loved, because everybody wants to be loved. I want to be loved by my friends. I want to still fit in. I want to be loved by men. When you stop betraying yourself to be loved, you start becoming her. When you have the utmost audacity where you don't feel like you got to explain a fuck thing to a man, a fuck thing to a friend, a fuck thing to a family, you start becoming her. Remember what I said. You do not get brownie points for being a good girl. Yeah. You don't get, the universe don't say, oh yeah, you're a good girl, so let's keep giving her brownie points because she's a good girl. No. She's a good girl. So we have to make sure they don't give a fuck. The universe don't care if you're good or bad. Let's clock it. So all the universe cares about is proving you're right. I said anything but a lie on this live. If you're ready to start your journey to awareness and wealth, please join the Wealth Club. Use the code LIVE. $50 off. Use the code LIVE. You will get a free assessment call with me so I can guide you on your journey and tell you which classroom and which direction you should go into. If not, if you want to just ask me for advice and just talk to me just for 30 minutes just to have a clarity call, the link is in my bio. We're on segment 5. The tools that shift you faster, action and alignment. So now we're getting into the tools, and then I'm going to let you guys go because I know some of you are at work and some of you got to get your day going. But I wanted this live to be very resourceful because this is the middle of the week, and I want you guys to start internalizing everything that I said to you because we are getting close to 6 months in 2025. What decisions are you making? Make the choice now. You have free will. Stop saying, oh, my mom is holding me back. My man is holding me back. My kids is holding me back. Nobody's holding you back. You're holding yourself back. You are verbally and mentally imprisoning yourself by believing that they can't hold you back. Now, some actions you need to take before we get off this live is I want you to think about, what does being aligned look like? What does you being aligned, what does it look like? What does it feel like? How can you start your shift today without waiting on the perfect moment? How does align look like for you? What does it feel like? Because when we think about that fulfilling relationship, and thank you for the hat. When we think about the fulfilling relationship, when we think about the fulfilling career, or we think about making more money, we're not chasing the act itself. We're chasing the feeling. So feel it now. What can you do today to start shifting without waiting for the perfect moment? Because I don't want you to sit on this live and be like, yeah, bestie, I listened to everything you said, but then the shit goes out the window. What can you do today, right now, after this live? You don't need more time. You need a different decision. God isn't delaying you. He's just waiting for you to choose differently. Clarity comes when you move, not when you wait. Amen. Someone commented and said, allowing things to flow naturally. Someone said, Miss said, focus on the God in me. Now, I want to give you guys an assignment. You're going to get a piece of paper and you're going to put a line in the middle. You're going to write new reality, old reality. All the things that you have been manifesting and it hasn't happened, like how you want to live your life, how many kids you have, who you're married to, write that in your new reality. And then I want you to write your old reality, like your limiting beliefs, the men that you usually attract, how you usually feel. If you usually feel anxiety, are you doubtful? Are you fearful? Your new version, how does she feel? Is she doubtful? She's not doubtful. Probably not. She's confident. She's secured. She's reassured. She's at ease. She's aligned. Your old self, unsure, confused. Write all of those old limiting beliefs down. And I want you to compare it. And I want you to ask yourself, who is benefiting from you being in this old reality? Who is connecting to this old reality? And the people that connect to that old reality, I want you to distance yourself from them. And it's not, oh, family, I want you to mentally, emotionally distance yourself from them first. Because it's obviously going to be hard for you to physically distance yourself from family because family is family, right? What do I mean? They may do things to trigger you. That's what I mean by mentally and emotionally. They may do things to trigger you. I don't want you to put your attention on their triggers. Because remember, your old entity wants to keep existing. Your old identity does not want to let go. So it's going to jump in the people that is connected to your old reality to trigger your emotions to bring you back. I want you to remember, your emotions is your glue to your new reality and your old reality. Emotions is energy in motion. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. Emotions is your glue to reality. If you can fixate on that emotion, because emotion translate into frequency, right? Frequency, movement. Keep on your emotion. I'm not telling you to be happy all day. I'm not telling you to, act happy, because that's not realistic. That's not realistic. You being happy 7 days out the week is not realistic. What I want you to be is aware. When you are aware of the connections in your old identity, your old reality, and how they may try to trigger you, you'll know how to start handling them. Because the universe is always going to throw tests. Remember, listen to what I'm saying, guys, because I'm about to get off. The universe is going to throw tests at you. The universe always wants to prove you're right. Emotions is the glue to your new reality and your old reality. So you have to be aware. That man that you're no longer talking to, he's going to be like, oh, you acting different now. Oh, because you got a new job. Oh, you acting different now because he wants to trigger you. He wants to trigger you to it's your old entity, your old identity that's speaking through him. And you may be like, damn, nah, I'm still the same. Nah, you're not the same no more. You're not the same no more. Don't even entertain that. Don't even entertain it. You're like, no, yeah, I'm not the same. I'm better. When someone tells you that you change, yes, I did. I'm better. Don't allow people that you've known for a long time to grab you back to that old lifestyle, that old reality of, oh, now you got to stay the same just to fit in with them, just so they feel comfortable. Because that's what happens. Your old identity, your old reality, the people that's connected to it, they want to feel comfortable around you. They want to feel comfortable around you. So no, I changed. Yeah, I'm better. I absolutely changed. And any person that's meant to come into your new reality is going to be okay with you being different. Anybody that's like, oh no, you changed. I like the old you because this new you, I don't like that because she's doing too much. You got to go. You got to go. Because why? They're trying to glue you back to your old reality. Guys, be aware. Awareness is the first step to change. I'm going to say that one more time. Awareness is the first step to change. You have to be aware. You cannot change the people around you. You cannot take them up with you because they're not going to understand. Because if you were going to take them up with you, they would also be on their self-development journey. You can't take them with you. So don't try to make them understand just so they feel comfortable. Let them feel uncomfortable in your growth. Allow them to feel uncomfortable in your growth. Because the new version of you, she's not shrinking to make other people comfortable. The new version of you aligns with people who are also growing. Now, if you want to start your journey to wealth, digital wealth, and awareness, join the Wealth Club. If you want to talk to me personally because you want clarity, book a one-on-one call with me. Have a good day, guys.